Hello, everyone. My name is Aden Baksh, and this is my film pitch. I, alongside April Guvar, Sheila Jara, and Michael Ramirez, are the co creators for this film. So, we have decided to go with Village Roadshow Pictures as our production company. This is an American company which has achieved 34 number one US box openings. The title of our film is The Episode, which, as you'll learn to see, perfectly fits our synopsis. Now, let's get into our synopsis. So it goes as follows. Karma Emerson, a troubled, rebellious 17-year-old girl, uses partying and drugs as a method to cope. Emerson is an outcast at home and school due to her bipolar disorder, in which she suffers from many bipolar blackouts when she has her episodes. News has exploded around town that the body of Jackson Owen was found in the woods, the same woods that she went out partying to. The autopsy revealed a stab in his heart with a 6-inch dagger was the cause of death. The morning after her wild night out, she reaches in her bag to grab her stash, where she discovers a dagger with dried blood all over it. When picking it up, she noticed cuts all over her arm. On further examination, deeper cuts were located in other places, such as her stomach and back. The only problem is she has no recollection of the previous night. As she walks into the living room picking her backpack for school, she notices blue and red lights flashing through her window. Immediately after opening the door, the cops cuffed and arrested her as a primary suspect for murder. Throughout the course of the film, the prosecution rummaged through the evidence, looking for a link between Owen and Emerson. Eventually, puzzle pieces are put together and justice is served. Now, moving on to why Village Roadshow Pictures is a good fit for our film. This company is notable for integrating innovative strategies to produce, acquire, and deliver intellectual properties in a timeless manner. We would like our film to be produced like this, which is somewhat effortless while also spreading awareness of how disorders actually work and the emotional toll it could have on a person, bringing truth to many preconceived notions. Village Roadshow specializes in so many genres, one mainly being drama and crime, so this is why it's a good fit for our film, because this company will know and understand the direction we want our film to go in. They have addressed many topics, including what mental illness is and incorporating it with crime, which is essentially what we want to do in our film. So, moving on, I'm going to talk about what films Village Roadshow has made that are similar to our own. One is The Joker, which is a crime drama and psychological thriller, which mainly deals with Arthur Fleck, who struggles with mental illness disorders, causing him to uncontrollably laugh in inappropriate situations. Over time, he eventually becomes the Joker. Another movie is Ocean's 8, which is also a crime drama and thriller, which deals with Debbie Ocean, who is a thief that gathers a group of women to perform a heist at the Met Gala in New York, looking to steal $150 million from Diamond Necklace. Another movie is The Judge, which is also a crime drama dealing with Hank Palmer, a defense attorney returning to his hometown after receiving the news of his mother's passing. He is informed his father was accused of committing a crime, so he decides to defend him in court, learning some truths along the way. So, talking about the brand of our film, it does align with some of the other films Village Roadshow has made since they don't specialize in one specific type of genre. They have similar rated R films in the crime genre, which include Taking Lives, Mystic River, Ocean's 11, and Training Day. They've also produced other films that target the general audience, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Happy Feet, Goosebumps, and the Lego Movie. Yes, of course, Village Roadshow Pictures can secure the resources necessary to make our film, since they've produced with companies like Warner Brothers, acquire some of their funding from companies like JP Morgan Chase, established co-financing deals, and recapitalized over $480 million in 2015, etc. All right, so now we're going to go over an overview of our budget. We expect our film to cost about $40 million, including the story rights, screenplay, producers, director, cast, production cost, visual effects, music, and post-production. Some other notable films in our genre by this company are The Joker at $55 million, Ocean's 8 at $70 million, and The Judge at $45 million. Our film will cost slightly less since it won't have as many actors, sets, and some other costs. All right, so diving into our distribution goals, we plan to have our distribution company, which will hopefully be Village Roadshow, determine how many copies of our film to make, show the film in a screening to prospective buyers or licensors, who will then negotiate with the company on potential agreements. The prints can then be sent out to theaters via a physical copy or a digital satellite transmission, and the theater will show the movie for about a month or two, followed by an attempt to make a deal with Netflix, putting the film in their library. Yes, Village Roadshow does have a self-distribution network, which includes distributing entertainment throughout the world, including the USA, Australia, Singapore, and New Zealand. They hold exclusive distribution rights for films by companies such as their own Village Roadshow Pictures, STX, and Film Nation. They also distribute to theatrical partners, stores, broadcast networks, and online platforms. And yes, of course, we plan on using the distribution through this company. We also plan on seeking distribution to the federal circuit, festival circuit, since we think this would be an influential way to present our film to an audience that will give us useful and constructive criticism, allowing us to review valuable feedback. Of course, festival circuits are really good for this. So our first plan is to release film in theaters, since we feel it would create more enthusiasm for the film. This plan could be halted due to the state of the pandemic, however, but our second plan of release will come a few months after the theater release. Hoping that the film was grossing high enough, we would like to set it on the Netflix platform, so it's accessible to a large percentage of our target audience. And lastly, of course, we want the production company to know that we have carefully planned this project out and its intent to spread awareness and advocate for similar real life scenarios that some people might face, as well as providing meaningful entertainment is worth the risk. We would like the audience to build an emotional connection to this film. Thank you so much for listening to my film pitch.